everybody. It is Michael Brownstein from the Food and Wine Life channel, and I'm here with the beautiful
Eva Clay.
And today we're going to make shrimp, sausage, and crawfish gumbo. So let's get into it. So the ingredients for this gumbo are as follows. We've got about 1.5 pounds of okra, 1.5 cups of celery chopped, 1.5 cups of bell pepper green, 1.5 cups of onion. That's known as the Cajun Trinity, those three. We've got a cup of oil, vegetable oil for the roux, a cup of flour for the roux. Got some bay leaves. Got Mike's Cajun seasoning, homemade. Got some salt, some pepper, some garlic, and some cayenne pepper to taste. I got 1/2 pound of crawfish tails, about 2 pounds of shrimp, 1/2 pound of andouille, 1/2 pound of smoked sausage, and 4 cups of chicken broth. This is going to be an amazing recipe. All right, we're fixing to make this roux. I got this Dutch oven on a medium heat. And basically for roux, it's 1 part of fat to 1 part of flour. I'm choosing to use a cup of each for this one. Just plain vegetable oil for this one. So I poured it in like that. Let that sit a minute. And then I put a little of the flour in like that. And then what I do is I put the flour in and I combine them. Like that. And I'm going to go for a very dark color roux on this one. Get all the lumps out and everything. And then you'll have to stir this for a while. Minimum 5 minutes, if not longer. And I'll be right back. All right, well, this roux is coming along real nicely. I go for a nice chocolate color. And I mean, it's looking amazing. Then I turn the heat down, or off even, and stir it for a few more minutes. And then we're going to come back and add the vegetables, the Cajun Trinity, celery, bell pepper, and onions. But this roux looks amazing, and it is definitely the backbone of this dish. You've got to have a good roux if you want this dish to come out properly. But this is how a good roux should look. Very, very good. I'm fixing to come right back. All right, so this roux looks beautiful. And I'm going to turn the heat back up a little bit and start putting the vegetables in. I mean, freaking amazing. All right, we're putting the bell peppers in. Stir that up for a few. And the moisture from the bell peppers will help it from drying out. And I'm going to add the onions. Stir them in real nicely. I mean, it's looking, that's the way it should look right there. And I'm going to put the celery in. The Cajun Trinity, celery, bell peppers, and onion. I think some people call it the Holy Trinity too, but I've always called it the Cajun Trinity. That's it. We'll be back. All right, we're going to start adding our chicken broth in. We're going to start off with just a little bit up to 2 cups. And this stuff almost boils immediately. This mixture is very, very hot. And it boils very fast. And it's going to produce a beautiful gravy. And then we're going to add some more of the chicken broth to it. Right here. Bring that up to a boil again. Make sure there's no lumps or anything in it. But this stuff is actually very beautiful and tastes good on its own. And then I'm going to add another 2 cups of the chicken broth to it. Bring it back to a boil. And then I'm going to add 2 more cups of water to it. And then we're going to come back and season this a little bit with some layers of seasoning to get things started. Looks good. All right, so this mixture has come together real nicely. And we're going to start layering in the flavors. Add a little spice to it. We're going to add about a teaspoon of garlic powder. Give it a little base flavor. Stir that in real nicely. And then we're going to add some bay leaves. They're kind of small, so we'll probably add like 3 or 4. Let's just put 4 in. And then we're going to stir it up real good. And then we're going to add some of Mike's famous Cajun seasoning. My Cajun seasoning that I make homemade. And just probably put like a tablespoon of that in, just to get the base of the flavor going. And we're going to bring that back to a boil and let that simmer for a while. And let all these beautiful flavors come together real nicely. This is going to be amazing and it smells great. All right, so this has been rendering together real nicely. And I'm going to add half a pound of smoked sausage. Let that kind of start rendering together. And I'm going to add half a pound of andouille. This is just going to be freaking amazing with all these different sausages and seafood and the roux. Anyway, we're going to let that come together real nicely and we'll be back. All right, our mixture has come together real nicely. It's starting to look like an amazing gumbo. I'm going to go ahead and put the okra in here. And I'm going to cook that down until it changes colors. And I'll come back and add the seafood. All right, this gumbo is coming along real good. The okra started changing color some. I'm still going to cook it quite a while, but I am going to start putting the seafood in. So I got a half a pound of crawfish tails with the fat. I'm going to stir that in there real nicely. This makes a lot. I actually hope this pot's big enough because it's a lot of seafood going in here. I'm going to put the shrimp in. And I'm actually going to put another shrimp in here. And I'll be right back. All right. I added all the shrimp and crawfish in here. And the pot's just barely big enough. I'm going to cook that down a while. I got some rice cooking. I'm going to cook this down a little bit and we'll come back and check on it. This gumbo is done. We got some fresh rice. Go with it. And that beautiful Miss Eva is going to come back and plate it up. And we're back. And that beautiful Miss Eva has plated this up. And we're going to give it a taste test.
This looks beautiful, Mike. This looks gorgeous. I mean, the Roux looks great. The smell in the whole house was just wonderful. I couldn't wait for this to be done so I can taste it.
Yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite dishes that my mother and grandmother have shown me to make. In the past, my mom's from New Orleans originally, and I spent a lot of childhood down there, and so I'm very familiar with Cajun food. And anyway, this is a time-tested and proven recipe. And the roux color that I chose for this, I call it a chocolate roux because it's real dark, like a milk chocolate bar.
All right.
So anyway, let's get into it.
Yes, can't wait. Mm.
Yes.
Oh, that is so good, Mike. The consistency is perfect. I love the okra in it. It gives that really nice full consistency. It's very silky. It's delicious, and all the plethora of flavors you have going on here with the andouille sausage and the regular sausage, right on point.
Yeah, we live here in the Gulf Coast, so there's a lot of shrimp in there, and we got andouille sausage, smoked sausage, and definitely have to have gumbo in my okra. I mean, okra in my gumbo. Sorry, and never a tomato in it. So
Very good.
on that note, we'll catch y'all later.
Do zobaczenia.